No! Can't you see? I'm trying to wean you away from that stuff. From now on, you've got to think, feel, and breathe only one food group. Eggs.
Hello everybody, welcome to Midwest Scumbag, the only podcast on the internet that will make you vomit. I'm your host tonight, Skylar, here with my co-host Elliot as usual. No special guests, no surprises, nothing. How are you doing this week, Elliot?
I'm okay, you know? I'm not too bad, honestly. The last episode we did was brutal, and I didn't, recover for a whole week, but, you know, this last week, it's been okay. Haven't done a whole lot. How have you been how have things been for you?
Good. Much like you, it took me a couple days to recover from our last episode, which you, the audience, will get to hear eventually once we have it cut and everything. Yeah. We needed a solid week off because, tequila.
Yeah, tequila, mostly.
Tequila sunset.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah. That's my name, bitch. Fucking goddamn. I haven't gotten very far. Or I got up to that's one spot in Disco Elysium, and then I stopped. Wherever I was the last time I mentioned, it was like the third day, I think, and I sent Kim off with the body, and I had the whole day to myself, and went across the bridge and found the car, and was like, oh fuck, it's me, and shit like that. So I need to finish it, but I did just buy fucking Oxygen Not Included because it was on sale, and Don't Starve is in my top 3 favorite video games of all time. Probably it has the most playtime on my Steam, behind Elden Ring now, but same people who made Don't Starve. You've played it, right?
Yeah, no, I'd have to agree. Don't Starve is definitely a top tier game. Oxygen Not Included is also very good. Yeah. It's there's a lot of mechanics, even just early game. I mean, it's I don't know what type of genre you would call it, survival. Yeah, survival, base building sim.
Base building, really. It does I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to describe. It has some of the elements of Terraria, of just you start, but you're in the middle of an underground section, and you just have to dig around and find places and build things and constantly.
You have to manage all your people's wants and needs, as well as other various factors that could affect. It's a colony building simulation, so you're building up this colony on a extraterrestrial planet, and you're terraforming it so that way, and you basically have to make the food that you can find. You have to manage oxygen, of course. That's the big thing is you dig too many rooms out, you're gonna have really thin air, and that's gonna affect people adversely. It's interesting and how you have to approach conserving your resources versus expanding, because you have to always be expanding. I thought,
because I didn't just do a random. It starts you out with 3 people, and I was like, oh, well, if they're completely random, I'm gonna get fucked in some departments. So I set myself up with a researcher and a builder and some other archetype character, and then I still just kind of got fucked, and then we're all doing the I'm finally at a point. I'm only 2 hours in, but I'm at a point where I'm getting to build facilities or getting to do things that the people specialize in, so that they're actually happy about it. And it's it's like being a fucking manager, but instead of managing like a Dairy Queen, you're managing in the survival on a hostile planet or something, which is way more
Managing
interesting.
people's lives.
Yeah.
These are people's lives you're, putting in your hand. Like putty.
Putty.
Shaping them and forming them into,
Whatever you want. You can even
hardcore
change
colonists.
their names. Yeah.
You can. It's fun. It's fun. It has the Don't Starve aesthetic.
Yeah.
All the characters, they have the, like, black circle eyes.
Yeah. It's like
Tim Burton-esque, but not as much as Don't Starve.
Definitely not as much as Don't Starve. Don't Starve fucking nailed that aesthetic. That's why I like it so much, is because I'm an emo fuckface faggot, and I'm like, oh, look, an Edgar Allan Poe inspired video game that's about dying and being hungry, and I know about those things. Like,
it's the people's game. It truly is.
Starvation, dude. Starvation is around the corner, apparently. We're gonna be going into a recession, so they say. By so they say, I mean, like, I read one headline that was like, oh, prepare for the worst.
End of the world. Doomsday.
Yep. It's all coming to an end, guys. Let's get up in arms about fucking prepping now is a big deal. Like, being a prepper. I just thought it was funny to say that I had a bunker, but I don't really have a bunker. Like, that's a lot of fucking work.
It is, yeah. It is a lot of work. I mean, to be self-sustainable even. Like, you can have a bunker, you can have it filled up with a bunch of canned goods and whatever that'll last forever, but the real hurdle is sustainability after the fact.
Yeah. Yeah, like, sure,
after the bombs fall.
Yeah. Like, you can eat cat food for 2 or 3 years, you'll be fine. But once you run out of cat food, what are you gonna fucking eat? Like, are you gonna grow food? Do you know how to grow food? Do you know how to fucking...
Yeah, that's a big one. Husbandry animals?
Yeah, can you husband animals?
That's only if you're a white woman.
I see.
Only they can husband animals, dogs specifically.
Yeah.
But...
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it is, that the sustainability question is a big one when you're prepping.
Yeah.
You can live off Spam for a while, but you need them greens and veggies and stuff, which, I mean, depending on what end of the world scenario you're looking at is, it's pretty bleak overall.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's not like a nuclear deal where you're dealing with radiation and shit like that.
Winter. Yeah.
Yeah. Then that, you can plant corn and other stuff as well.
Yeah, if it's just like zombie
okay.
apocalypse, it's, you set up some big fences, you don't live in a town, like you get out of whatever populated area, move to somewhere unpopulated, just, good old country house, dude. And set up, like, fences and, like, I don't know, barbed wire. I think barbed wire comes with, if you buy a country mansion, it comes with, like, a set of barbed wire and a cowboy hat. And I don't know. I'm probably never going to buy a house.
You can lull in survivors and say, hey, we've got plenty of food. We got enough to feed a whole town here. But really, you're cannibals.
Yeah, exactly. You send them next door to Mrs. Lottie's meat pies, and now you're a country Sweeney Todd in the post. That's my plan, anyway. That's what I'm gonna do. Get me a Helena Bonham Carter, like, crazy psycho bitch to live next door to me who makes meat pies, and then supply her meat with
human meat.
Yeah, human meat. Unsuspecting human. It's the last of humanity, the civil conversation that I could have with a stranger, and then, just grind them up and eat them. It's a lot of meat that'll last you a while, and, if you're not, like, a prude and you eat You eat the balls, but
You eat I mean, yeah. I mean, the real downside to eating human meat is the fact that even if it's cooked, you still have the chance of catching a prion. A brain-eating, like, not parasite, it's a prion. It's different, but it basically gives you the mad cow disease, essentially. It, like, rots your brain if you catch it.
That sucks. That's too bad.
I think you have to, like, burn human meat for it to, like, fully be dead, but even then there's still a chance that you will get a prion disease, which there's no cure for, like, any prion disease. Like, if there was a viral outbreak of some kind that involved a prion, that would be it for humanity. Like, if it were to have the infection rate of, like, the common cold, there's no cure.
But it's like mad human disease, and it spreads like...
I mean, there's a bunch of different types of what it could be, but yeah, essentially a prion is like, it's like a genetic disease.
Oh, that's spooky, dude. I don't like that.
Yeah, no. It's scary to think about because it could happen at any time.
Yeah. No, I was soured on human meat when I watched Mad Max Fury Road, and they, like, spit roasted that dude, and then, like, it zoomed in. And,
yeah.
Like, one of the raider dudes, like, ripped out a hunk of his meat, and it was like it wasn't fully cooked all the way through, but it was charred on the outside, and it had that, like, the fatty texture and everything, and it was like, oh my god, no. Ugh.
I mean, it's just like pig meat. What human meat is. It cooks like ham.
God damn, dude. Yucky.
Supposed to taste like ham, too.
Really?
Yeah.
I like ham. Fuck. That's the dilemma, dude. I'd be worried, like, if I was in one of those survival situations, or, like, crash landing a plane in the Arctic Circle, and there's a dozen people who survive, but there's 20 other people who didn't survive, and it's like, there's no food around, and you're gonna freeze to death. Do you eat those people?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, like, I
mean,
would.
you'd get hungry enough.
I would, yeah.
It's the same dilemma I have with, like cats. Like, I love my cats, but...
Yeah.
If you get hungry enough, I mean...
There's no food available anywhere, ever, and it's like, well, that is lean meat.
You just boil it.
Yeah, oh...
But I wouldn't...
So
yeah,
sad.
it's such a twisted fucking thing to think about. Like, hopefully we won't have to worry about that. Hopefully,
Yeah, hopefully we don't
America,
have to eat
big
cats.
superpower #1, we won't have to worry about... I heard Donald Trump wants to build a giant dome around the continental United States that will block nukes.
That would be awesome. That would be... That would be so cool.
I feel like
no
he just watched the
downsides to
Simpsons movie recently. Like, he was watching it with Barron, and he saw them build the dome around Springfield. He's like, that's a good idea.
Pretty good
We should
idea.
do that for America, except make it immune to nuclear armaments.
Just absolutely fuck any air traffic. Fuck all of the birds. Like,
We don't need any imports.
yeah.
We don't need any of that. We're
get that-
self-sustaining. America's self-sustaining.
We just get some big old air conditioners for this giant countrywide dome, and then, like, we're fucking set, dude. We're indoors. We're an indoor nation from from then on. And that's when we take over and we start beating South Korea in esports, and we start having all of the chans, not just 4chan and 8chan and 10chan, but I'm talking like 25chan. And we just get really good at the internet, or whatever people do inside. I don't know. That'd be cool, right?
Yeah. If we just had our own, like, private network that was only America, and it couldn't be infiltrated by, Russian or Chinese hackers or anything like that, that'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool. We just complete global isolationism. Like, just...
On a continental scale,
Yeah.
it would be like the first. That would be a world first.
Yeah.
Is the United States the sovereign United States of the world?
Damn.
Of the earth.
The earth.
Fuck Canada. Fuck Mexico.
Yeah. Like, eventually we're just gonna absorb them. And, like, that
You think?
just makes sense to me. I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not. We're gonna shrink. I don't know anything about politics or, like, real life shit that's going on. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here
That's
to
not
talk...
that's not the end goal of this podcast at all.
No.
We're not here to talk about any of that.
Yeah.
We're not here to talk about real world events. We're here to talk about video games and anime and VTubers.
And VTubers. And escapism shit, man. I don't know if I've talked about it on the show. I'm sure I have. I'm sure I've gone on and on about it on the show, so I won't say much more, but escapism, you know? It just take a breather from real life, because real life is fucking stressful to be just switched on all the time, and that's the secret of, like, mindfulness that they don't tell you, is that being mindful, being 100% in the present moment, like, it's brutal, dude. It's torture. It fucking sucks.
It's that same feeling you get after you ejaculate.
Yeah.
You orgasm. That's what is but it's like that all of the time.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what being in the moment is.
It's fucking just awful, dude. Just the complete awareness of your situation and that just everything around it. And not even that, that's still taking it too far. Just being, like, aware of the temperature of the air around you all the time and how that makes you feel, if you feel warm or cold in the room. And then you just have to sit with that feeling. Once you realize it, you're like, oh, this room's a little bit hot. I'm kind of hot. And then that just sits in your head, you know. Being in the present moment is just being warm all the time. Like, too warm, like 2 degrees above the temperature of the room all the time.
I mean, you've got nerves in your teeth, so you technically can feel your teeth. Your brain just tells you not to unless you think about it. Then you can feel your teeth.
You're right.
You can feel each one of them because they each have a nerve ending.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm fucking around.
You can feel
with my
your teeth right now,
Mm-hmm.
can't you?
It's disgusting. I hate my teeth, dude. Speaking of teeth, I think enamel is a lie. I think
Overrated.
I think that enamel was invented by the toothpaste companies to make you think that, or feel bad that you don't brush your teeth, or that you drink a lot of coffee, or that you don't brush your teeth mostly, is that. And they're like, oh, your enamel, it goes away and then you'll never get it back. That seems fake. That seems like
I'm with you on
trying
that.
to control
I'm with
me.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They are trying to control us. That's why Big Soda came along and they tried to wear down the enamel on your teeth. They tried to get you to the truth.
So Big Soda's the good guy?
Big Soda is the good guy.
So enamel does exist, but it exists as a blanket of deception. The first time you went to the dentist as a child, they put this coating of mind control chemicals over your teeth, and then it wears down.
They put a bunch of aluminum or whatever in your in between your molars, so that way the government could, psyop you into being a soy boy.
They could, that's how they beam the radio waves into your head. The 5G waves that they beam into your head.
And it's only gotten better over the years. That's why there's so many Zoomers now that are like femboys and a bunch of rad femmes.
What a rad femme?
Radical feminist.
Oh, what they're so cool that they have to abbreviate their names now. Like, a rad femme, bro. I'm like, what do you mean, bro? Is that short for brother?
And what do you mean, bro? Yeah, it's bro. Bro is not a gender neutral term.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. But I also like call people dude, and like I call girls dude. I really shouldn't, but I do. I don't care. I can still play the card of like the young man for a couple more years. But once I hit 30, and then all of my enamel is gone, and my eyes start to go bad more, and then my nose hairs won't... like, I can't trim them anymore. I have to get, like, an industrial nose hair trimmer.
Time makes fools of us all.
Yeah. Kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does. It does suck. I find more and more nowadays I'm beginning to get that old man like hearing lingo from people 10 years younger than me. Mm-hmm. They say like, "Oh yeah, let's get that zaw." And I'm like, what is zaw? What is zaw? Zaw is another term for marijuana.
Oh.
So like
Like
bro,
zaw,
you got
like
that.
Pete,
Bro, you
like-
got that zaw.
Like zaw, like shortening pizza.
Well, that's what I thought at first,
Maybe.
but now it's like, or there's like mascara. Like I gave my best friend some mascara, and it's like I let my best friend fuck my boyfriend is what that means.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. And there's like rizz.
What?
Rizz is another one that took me a little while to get. Rizz. That one actually makes more sense because it's just like charisma. Rizz.
Oh, okay.
You got that
okay.
Rizz boy. You
I
know.
see.
But it's hard to keep up with that shit. It really is. Like I see it in like a thread. Like someone says, you know, hey, yo, that's some fire zaw. Like, what the fuck did you just say? The hell? What demon are you trying to summon? And that's just, you know, it's old man yells at cloud shit. It's
Yeah, I can't. I don't know. I can't do it. I just can't keep up with the internet as much as I would want to. As much as I try, I just can't fucking get a grip on it and just get good at it. I haven't gotten good at it.
I mean, it's easy. The internet is more centralized than it ever has been. There's like 3 websites you go to get all your information. That's it. That's all you need.
Yep. Ask Jeeves and AOL. Yeah.
Right, and Yahoo Answers.
Yahoo Answers. Yep, there we go. This is before Quora or the other one. I don't know. There was a handful of them, right? Not Substack. Sub something was like a coding one. Stack Overflow is what I was thinking of.
Stack
That's what I was
Overflow.
thinking
Yeah,
of. Yeah.
that's it. Yeah. Nowadays, just Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit.
Yuck.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's really all there is.
That's okay, I guess. Like, we could, eventually just... Once it gets to a point where it's unsustainable for anybody to use the internet, that it just becomes too chaotic, like, we could just stop using the internet, And then it would be a crazy...
Like Al Gore pulls the plug.
Yeah. Yeah. If Al Gore pulled the plug tomorrow, and then, like, you would never listen to the Midwest Scumbags ever again. Unless you, like, found us, we'd have to, like, start doing live events that we would, like, hand out flyers for. And say, hey,
we go to, like, floppy disks. We'd put all of our episodes on floppy disks and hand them out.
sick. Yeah, dude. Get a whole stack of floppy disks and a floppy disk writer. I don't know what that hardware entails, but we could...
I mean, realistically, it'd probably be CDs that we would go to, so we'd only be able to record, like, 50-minute episodes max per CD, but that would be pretty cool to, like, throw our Midwest Scumbag onto a blank disc and just hand it out.
Yeah, and like it's a like we're a shitty band at the gates of Warped Tour trying to get people to buy our CDs for $12 and
We couldn't even get on the indie stage.
no, exactly.
So
But
now
it's
we have
just a
to stand
podcast
outside.
episode that's like
Yeah, yeah.
and it's one of our podcast episodes. So it's like, hey, do you want to listen to about an hour of just fucking bullshit and 25 topics in 25 minutes without really trying? Then here you go. So that's pretty much where we are. I can't keep track, dude. I can't, like, I don't have a track list of shit that I planned for the show. It just happens.
It happens organically.
It's just
And
jazz,
I think
man.
that's the best.
Yeah.
It's better to just let things happen and don't question why they happen.
I mean, what is it the mainstream media is telling us nowadays? You don't really have autonomy over your body. You can't really do anything on your own, and the government, Big Daddy government, will take care of all your needs. So, like, you know, why do you even need to do whatever you said a minute ago?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why should the government care?
Why should they care? Why should they care? Why should they worry? Why should they care? Billy Joel, Oliver and Company. That was... You ever see that movie?
Yeah, that used to be one of my favorite movies. That was one of those, like... I don't think that one was Disney, was it?
It might not be, because I haven't seen it get fucked in the butt with merchandising. So, like... I think, like, Billy Joel owns part of that movie, and that's why he owns, like, because he did, like, a bunch of the music for it, if not all the music. So...
Yeah, I didn't know if it fell into that, like... God, the one movie I think of is The Pebble and the Penguin.
I've heard of that. I don't think I've ever seen it.
God, there's
Maybe I've
one
seen
with-
it once. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was in that era where, like, animated movies were coming out the wazoo, and there were some really good ones, like Pebble and the Penguin is a really good movie. I don't know if that's Don Bluth, though. Don Bluth he did, God, I think A Troll in Central Park.
Oh.
And, he did that, oh God, it was an arcade game, Jesus, it was like super popular in the arcade because it was basically an animated movie. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was like Dragon something. I think.
Yeah. Dragon's Lair or something like
Dragon's Lair, yeah. And then
Maybe
there
it's
was
Slayer.
Space Ace was the other one.
that.
And it was, very, like, it looked like it was made for kids, but it was super dark. But it came out in that era of animated
The Pebble
film.
and the Penguin. Okay, I have seen that. Happy Feet kind of ripped it off.
Yeah, it did. It did. It did.
Huh, okay. That's not... I don't think we owned that one. I would have watched it a million billion times, though, because I'm a fucking loser for penguins. I love penguins. That would have been right up my alley. Even as a child. But...
Rockadoodle was another one.
Rockadoodle was cool. I do remember part of that.
That one is Don Bluth. That one is, I'm looking at it right now. That one is Don Bluth. And that one, like, all of his movies got, like, super dark at certain points. In because I know Rockadoodle at the very end, there was, like, a hurricane or something, and they were... it, like, puts these animated anthropomorphic animal creatures into, like, real-life scenarios. There was the one about the cats too. The cat, like, there's like this cat, and he goes to Hollywood, and it turns out that, Hollywood is controlled by the elites, and even though he's a really talented singer, he gets shunned.
Oh.
Because he's like a, happy-go-lucky boy. I wish I could remember the name of that one. I really liked that one as a kid. All the non-Disney, animated films.
Yeah. Those were good. Yeah, those were good.
Land Before Time
Mm-hmm.
is a classic.
Land Before Time
At least the
ruled.
first one. Everything after it is an abortion of media.
Yeah, like Land
Like
Before
that's one of the
Time
first examples of like
meets
they made a
Johnson.
really good first movie. And then like studio executives like got their claws on it and were like, we're gonna milk this shit until it fucking isn't worth milking, and they got like 8 or 9 movies out of it.
God, yeah. They really cashed in on that, like, Jurassic Park time. Because, like, Jurassic Park was made around that time, too. And they were like, oh, look, adult dinosaurs, and then let's do dinosaurs for kids. So, like, the parents can be like, hey, let's get them hooked on dinosaurs. Dinosaurs
But
were like
Littlefoot's
hot-
mom still dies like a
Yeah.
tragic death. And they made, I'm pretty sure that movie, after watching it, is why I ate grass. Because I thought tree stars looked really good. And I was like, oh, I bet that's tasty. It's green like a tree star. But it's not. Grass is not meant for human consumption.
No, we shouldn't eat you shouldn't eat grass.
I was a kid. I was a child.
Yeah. I mean,
As a
I've
young
tried it
child.
too, of course. It's you kind of have to. You kind of have to eat it. It's not, at one point just because it's like, why can animals eat a bunch of grass and we can't? We can't eat grass. We're supposed to be at the top of the food chain. You're telling me
Just
we
can't
can't eat
digest
grass?
it.
That's bullshit. What kind of trade-off is that? Like I would rather not be a successful millionaire podcaster and be able to eat grass than be the exact opposite, which is what I
God,
am.
if we could eat grass, we could solve world hunger. If we found some way to, like, cook grass
Yeah.
or make it edible.
Yeah. There has to be some way. Can we, like, start pumping grass full of hormones and GMOs and shit so that, like...
Sprinkle a little MSG on it.
Just really beef them up. Make them taste like, pork or something.
Make grass taste like pork. My
Yeah.
God.
That'd be sick, dude. I would eat grass all the time. Hell yeah. But we can't because
But
we
no, those
decided...
tree stars did look really good.
What movie was that from that you said?
Land Before Time.
Oh, okay. My memory's fractured of Land Before Time. I knew I had like a... No, I didn't. I didn't have a puppet. I think I had.
That was
Littlefoot toy
dinosaurs.
At some point.
No,
Yeah.
the puppets. You're right. You're thinking of the movie, the CGI movie Dinosaur.
Oh, also that. Yeah, dinosaurs.
And they had
in
the
general were
puppets from
huge craze.
McDonald's.
Yeah, I had one of those puppets, and I didn't. I saw that movie like
Yeah,
once
there was
in
there
school,
yeah there was
maybe.
specifically a movie called Dinosaurs, and it was
Yeah.
like a CGI massacre.
Yeah,
Like it's a really bad movie.
it was super
but
super bad.
I can smell those. Like just thinking about that fucking
That
puppet, I can
plastic.
smell it.
And smell it on your fingers where you put your, you spent a good 15 minutes talking to the dinosaur head, which was your hand the whole time.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I understand completely.
That movie was also very dark and sad.
God,
Like,
probably.
I'm pretty sure it started out with like the comet falling and wiping out, whatever 99% of life. I think it's been a long time since I've seen it. It was basically Avatar before Avatar.
It just, yeah. So Avatar ripped off Land Before Time,
Yes.
which ripped off Avatar because
I mean, surely James Cameron watched it at the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure he.
he's probably like, fuck, I could have put money into that. And it could have been James Cameron's The Land Before Time, The Way of Water.
Mm-hmm.
The Unsinkable Ship. Man, fuck James Cameron. Fuck James Cameron. I don't feel like talking about him anymore.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah. I still haven't gone to see Avatar. I'm probably not gonna...
Ooh, The Way of Water made like $2 billion. Good for you.
Yeah. Well, like, with inflation, and if you do the whole thing of, like, oh, you have to go see it in fucking IMAX 3D and in, 5D mega ultra pixel laser point and, buy the... whatever. Like, those movie tickets are like $30 a piece at this point. It's stupid. So, like, saying you made $1 billion is...
He needs to go back to his roots, and he needs to make an actually good alien movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Go back to his Titanic roots. I can only think of Titanic. He made something else, right? Did he make
He made
Alien?
Aliens. With an S. The not so good one.
I haven't seen like any of the old Alien movies. I've only seen like Alien Covenant and Prometheus. And
yeah, that is such a squandered intellectual property. It makes me genuinely mad because I've seen the original Alien. I've seen like Alien versus Predator and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, Alien versus Predator. I've seen that, but I feel like that still doesn't really count. Like
it had like, and it's funny because like the best interpretation of that world was done in a video game, other than the original movie. I would say,
yeah,
was that Alien whatever Isolation game.
Yeah, I've heard that one fucking rules.
Yeah, that one did a very good job at showing you exactly what kind of world those people live in. Very cool sci-fi world, but it's just, especially with like the newest movies that do a bunch of weird stuff. I can't remember the last one, but it had like the white people, like the white alien people that were the progenitors of humanity or something.
Yeah, Prometheus. Yeah, that was just the beginning of Prometheus. They had another one that came out that was, I don't remember a ton of it, but it was like they were on a space station, of course, and they had to extend their gold sails so that they could pick up like solar energy to recharge some capacitor that went out because they're on a spaceship. Remember, we're in space,
right?
And then
so they jumped the shark.
Yeah, and
That's
then
what it sounds like.
And then yeah, it did. They just repeated the same fucking spooky sci-fi premise as every other spooky sci-fi thing of, oh, you're on a spaceship and something malfunctions, so you're kind of stranded, and oh, there's an alien presence on the ship, and you don't know how to deal with it because it's alien and spooky. Like, you know, it's
alien.
Yeah, it's literally alien to you. It's a foreign presence that your fragile, weak-ass human mind can't comprehend, like having a tongue that has its own mouth. Why do you need that little mouth if it's already... It's beyond my human comprehension.
Yeah, who knows? It's a mystery.
Yeah. It's a mystery. One that I'm not going to solve, either. That's not my job.
Not all questions need answers.
No, they do not. Oliver and Company was a Walt Disney product. I had to look that up.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. But they haven't done anything with it for a while. So I think, like, it came out in 1988. What the fuck?
Wow, okay.
Huh.
Yeah. I think Land Before Time was also pretty old.
Probably. I'm looking at it right now. No, I'm not looking at it right now. Land Before Time. 1988. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was just
1988 with the golden year.
That was a hot year. Wow.
I'll never forget you, Petrie.
It was a leap year. Wow. Now we read the Wikipedia page for the year 1988.
I'm looking at all the stuff that Littlefoot has gone on and done.
Oh, like the voice actor for Littlefoot?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Anything. Some guy named Gabriel Damon.
Oh.
And he stopped acting in 2006, so he probably got all that cash money from fucking Land Before Time.
Wow, no famous person was born February 6, 1988. That's weird. Huh.
Tequila Sunrise. Huh, interesting. Looks like nobody from that movie went on to do anything at all. That's awesome.
I mean,
except, I mean, the like, not fun fact. This is not a fun fact at all. But the voice actor that played Ducky from Land Before Time was killed by her mom's boyfriend.
What? Really?
It was like a murder-suicide kind of thing. Yeah,
my God.
super fucked up.
That's awful. Like, why?
Not so fun fact.
Did he just hate the movie?
I don't think it had anything to do with the movie.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I think he was just nuts.
Oh.
I don't know if it was like her ex-boy. I know she was like murdered by her father or something like that.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Super sad. The Ducky.
Yup.
Rest in power, Ducky.
Yeah. That's too bad, dude. Fuck 1988. Fuck that year. Who cares that all the cool stuff came out that year? Whatever. What I'm concerned about is, let me look at my... I don't know. This is a bad episode. I'm sorry. I don't have anything prepared.
Just had to come out and say it out loud.
Yeah. Oh, we can talk about Last of Us. We haven't talked about Last of Us at all.
Oh, shit. Okay, last 20 minutes, Last of Us. Okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, we can go over, but whatever. Yeah, we hadn't watched it by the time I blacked out last episode, and then, yeah,
it's a show.
Optimistic, but cautious. I'm honestly, I'm kind of worried that it's gonna end.
We're
up
2
super
episodes
bad.
in now.
Yeah. For reference,
depending on when this goes out.
Yeah, it'll probably go up by, I think new episodes come out on Sundays.
So possibly before.
So probably by episode 3, it'll be out, and then people can follow along and catch up. But yeah, we up through episode 2, and I just fucking so mad about how Tess went out, dude. That was like a big red flag for me of like, oh shit, they're doing weird stuff.
They're gonna change it. We knew they were gonna change it. We just didn't know how. And given that the first episode was pretty true to the source material, it was kind of a punch in the gut to see them change things so much, and then later on go on to say that there was a very good reason why they made her get mouth raped by a fungus.
There's a good
and that was to show
reason?
that there were it was it's to show that the theme is love. The theme of the show is love.
Ew.
And it's like if she had resisted, she would have been torn apart. But the fact that she didn't resist and was sexually assaulted pretty much.
Yeah, oh my god. Just the whole time building her up as like this bad bitch. And she's like, oh, I'm Tess, I'm a bad bitch. Finally, like, she was just trying to fucking score on the smuggling and finally, like, not have to struggle every single day. And then, like, okay. And then she's gonna die, and she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna fucking go out in a blaze of glory, fucking bad bitch style, 100%, no cap.
For real.
Yeah. And then, like, it dumps all the gas out, and it's like, okay, tight. All the grenades on the ground, like, all right, I don't know if they'll still explode if they're in like a puddle of gasoline, but probably. I mean, I haven't been around a grenade IRL, so I don't know how that works, but I think it would still explode. But then, like, all of a sudden they bust in, and then she's like scared. Like, she's super scared. She wasn't scared at all 10 seconds ago. And she was, like, determined to die like a bad bitch. And then all of a sudden she's paralyzed in fear. I don't buy it.
By that point, it's already over for her. She got bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. It's pointed out to me that like there's a poster somewhere in the show that like talks about the infection, and if you get bit close to your neck, it's like you lose motor function or whatever. But that wasn't like a big deal. It wasn't super apparent. Like, I mean, I don't think turning into a zombie, that shit matters. But like, she still could have like moved the lighter to her other hand or done any, like, she just kept flicking it, but it wasn't going. So I was like, oh, it ran out of fluid. That's, silly, but you could still spark it if it's a Zippo. You could still spark all of the gasoline on the ground. But I don't know.
I feel like everything about that episode was okay.
Yeah.
Up until that point.
Yeah.
I mean, they got rid of the spores, so they had to have Ellie get bit again to show that she was immune. Mm-hmm. Because in the game, I think what happens is like she doesn't put on her mask and they freak out about it, but she's like, seriously, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm not going to catch it. But since they took that element out, I don't know.
They swapped it with, I do like the idea of the mycelium being connected throughout, like it's one interconnected organism. That's pretty cool. Like, but it made sense. Everything made sense how they pulled it off and swapped it out with instead of like the bandits and getting a first-hand look at Joel bum rushing a dude and fucking shivving him up his neck, and they're like, oh, that was a human being. And he's like, nah, there's a difference.
Yeah, I think they're saving the human being. They killed the one dude.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he died. Well, Tommy shot the soldier. I think that's been the only, like, human death that we've seen on screen. Because, obviously, what's his name? David, or the dude that fucked them over, they were all dead.
Oh, yeah.
But we haven't seen, and Joel beat the fuck out of that one dude. Don't know if he was dead or not. I assume he was dead. That was probably the first kill, but it hasn't come to the point where Ellie's had to kill yet, which I think came a bit earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a while.
I don't know.
I don't think was David, the guy that tried to rape her, was that her, like, first human kill?
I thought so. I thought that was like the whole thing with like the winter chapter when Joel was incapacitated and Ellie had to like take care of herself, and it was like, okay, you can't just like hide from these guys. You have to fucking like go on the offensive, and that's
gotta murk them.
Get the bow and the switchblade and shit, and that's where that came into play. But with, I don't know, what Bald Dude said at the end of episode 1, that, like, seeing that dude get killed, like, activated her, like, in a...
Like, she's got some kind of sleeper agent.
Right.
Yeah.
God.
That's the dude that said that is the director from Chernobyl.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
He's like the other head dude on the show.
He's a weirdo. Fucking weirdo. I mean, I've only heard good things about Chernobyl. I haven't seen it myself.
It's really good. It's a really good show.
But
good drama.
I assumed he was just a weird dude. Or but like a normal guy, but I mean, he's a lot weirder than I thought he would be, I guess.
I'm interested to see how they're going to handle The Last of Us 2.
Yeah.
I really am. It's either gonna, I don't know. I feel like it might be Game of Thrones level of hype, just with people that haven't played the game or watched. In my case, I watched somebody play through The Last of Us 2, so I don't have that whole visceral feeling of playing it.
Yeah.
But I do know the story. I don't care for it.
Yeah.
Or I shouldn't say I don't care for it. I just think it was done wrong. At least in my, and I don't want I don't want to get dog piled on by people that are like, oh, you're just a hater, because I don't hate it. I don't hate the story. Spoilers abound, but I think taking out Joel was the right thing. I just think they did it too soon.
Yeah,
way too soon.
Like, it wasn't, from what
earned.
I didn't play the game, full disclosure. I didn't play it. I didn't watch anybody play it. I read the synopsis, and I watched a couple people's, like, review/reaction to it, and I was like, okay, that's enough for me. I don't need to buy this game. I'll just be mad and sad and not not like it, but it's just not my cup of tea. It sounded like a lot of torture porn. Just, I've
heard the game. I mean, the gameplay it looks really good. It looks like the stealth gameplay looks great. Mm-hmm. And all the animations, it's par for the course Naughty Dog shit.
Yeah.
Sony Naughty Dog shit. It's a movie that you play.
Yeah. But it's so so I don't know how they're gonna do Last of Us Part 2 on HBO. It'll have to be, I don't know.
I hope they get like a super roided out chick to play Abby. Just lean into it fully. Just have her be super crazy buff.
Just Terry Crews as
like
Abby.
Crush a watermelon between her thighs type of thick lady is what I want.
I love the kind of woman that'll actually just kill me.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I think it could be done well. I think the Joel thing will be a very big moment for people that get attached to Pedro in this first season.
Uh-huh.
And they'll be like, what? It's going to be first episode. I imagine first episode of season 2 is going to end with it. It's going to be like the Negan taking out what's the Asian dude.
Yeah.
Is what it's going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it's not done that way where it's like it goes into a first person perspective of the dude getting his head caved in.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be. I think you need to see fucking the life drained from his eyes.
Oof.
That's
dude, that's a brutal fucking pain. I read quite a bit of the Walking Dead comic. But that whole Negan section where he bashes the dude's head in and
they just find out the chick he was with was pregnant too or something?
Yes. Yeah. And I think she dies pretty shortly after that. I can't remember. The show and the comic diverted and then came back together with the main plot at some point with just like a bunch of different characters in different roles it was odd, but I don't remember all the details now. It's out of my brain, but
right.
Just the panel of like the baseball bat on the dude's head and like his eyeballs like popping out and it's like mid smash. It's brutal. The dude who made it made Invincible and
oh yeah, that's right. He
did.
Season 2 of that's coming out pretty soon.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to actually like check my Amazon Prime. I think I thought I unsubscribed from it, but maybe I didn't.
I'm pretty sure I did after I finished The Boys.
Ah, nice.
Because there was like nothing else to watch.
Yeah,
but I'll resubscribe for Invincible.
Mm-hmm. Watch it all in
a day.
Yeah, unless they do the like weekly releases, like
everybody's doing now. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really gaming the fucking system, dude. It was like streaming. It's finally, it's not cable anymore. You can just watch what you want when you want. And then now it's like, oh, well, even though we have the technology and we've filmed the entire season and it's done, we're not going to release it all at once. We're just going to do it weekly because
they want to generate discussion.
Yeah.
They want people to talk about it for a week.
They have to have like the cable. Official podcast companion that goes along with it so that you can watch the show and then talk to your friends about it and then listen to what people who get paid to like the show say about the show.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting point you bring up because I think that was a big thing with The Last of Us 2, was how, are the critics really are they really criticizing it, or are they giving it 10 out of 10s? Because if they give it anything less, Sony's going to be like, well, you don't get a review copy anymore.
Yeah.
And then that's with every type of video game, and that was Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk did the same thing. It was like, it came out, it released, it was super shitty, but everybody gave it 10 out of 10s because, well, we don't want to fucking piss CD Projekt Red off, and they take away our, media pass so we can actually review the game.
That's such a... Oh, wow. I guess that is part of the whole gaming industry, right? Is like
It's a humongous part of it, yeah.
Like the quote-unquote journalism sphere that's around it. That...
Like, if you gave, like, I don't want to say a fair review, but if you gave, like, a scathing review of The Last of Us, and you were a like IGN level reviewer, then Sony could just be like, well, no, you're not getting any review passes in the future because you just shit on our game.
Yeah. That's... And I mean, with business laws and things things like that, like they're private companies, they can kind of dole out whatever they want to say to the journalists and the reviewers.
Oh yeah, they're under no obligation to give journalists like a review copy or anything like that.
Yeah, like they do that just for their own benefit. Like it has to benefit them. So if it doesn't benefit them, they don't do it anymore. And I could see that.
Then if you're a big, gaming media company and you don't have access to what people are going to click on.
Yeah. You're just pretty much held hostage by Naughty Dog specifically. I see. Wow. I never really thought about that aspect of it, but and I guess that makes sense. I talk shit on critics, and it's like, why don't you speak the truth? Why don't you say when bad things are bad or when good things are good? But yeah, there's no like code of ethics that applies to video game journalism, like that, like code of ethics. It's just like kinda.
You're kinda right. There's no like standard. It's not like going to a movie that costs $10-15 and you can go watch the movie and you can go give an opinion on it. You're still going to be able to watch the movie when it comes out.
Yeah.
I mean, you can with video games, but there's a higher entry. If you're not getting review copies. And I think that's the big thing, is the review copies, because you get those a couple of days before the game releases, so you can actually come out and be like, oh, hey, yeah, this game's good, you should check it out, definitely buy it. But the problem arises is when it's a AAA, it's like Halo or any of Sony's flagship IPs or Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
Where if you shit on it actively, they'll be like, well, in the future, we're just not going to give you a review copy because you're going to shit on it. You're going to give an honest opinion.
Yeah, they don't want that. And the competition amongst reviewers and YouTubers and shit is absolutely insane. Like, there's a million billion people trying to fucking do it, and if you don't get a review copy a week before everybody else, you can't, game cap your fucking gameplay and record a audio track within the first, whenever the game releases, when all the normies are playing a game on release day, and not before it like some smug elitist prick. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
You can't give a fair review if you have if the fear of not being able to review a game from that company in the future is hanging over your head. You can't give a fair review.
Yeah, if your entire business relies on the privileges that the company itself gives you, then you can't jeopardize. You can't bite the hand that feeds. Yeah. By biting the hand that feeds, I mean write an honest review that is fair and not... I don't know. Whatever. I don't know anything
whatever.
about journalism or fucking anything.
I don't know, nor do I pretend to know. That's just how I see it.
Yeah. I'm just talking out of jealousy and things. Like, if I had the time to record my gameplay of video games that I liked and then played them all the way through and then could put out a video and be like, this is my review of Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, and then everybody would be like, whoa,
Good
that's
pick.
awesome. Yeah, that was just the first one off the top of my head. It's like a PS2 game. I don't know how to game cap PS2 stuff, but whatever, dude. I'm gonna buy that cheap ass Elgato soon, and then get into it. Start recording just stupid shit, and then like make that into videos or
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, do something.
Elliot Gaming.
Yeah. Eventually, we're both gonna be VTubers, and we're just gonna do like
That's the dream.
yeah, we're just gonna do VTubing, but then also as a podcast somehow. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll just build a whole empire to rival Disney.
Yes.
But until then, whatever. Stay
Frosty, folks.
Yeah, or what was it earlier? Keep yourself protected or something.
Keep yourself safe.
Come on, baby, kiss me. Kiss me. Kiss me, Mario.